Hi everyone! My name is Hiromi Narita. I'm the study abroad advisor at Kirkwood Community College. Thank you so much for checking our episode in YouTube. So today we have Jim. He is a professor at Kirkwood Community College. So at Kirkwood, we have many study abroad programs, but also we have some virtual exchange programs. So he's going to explain to us why he started doing the program, how he started it, and what kind of things he can teach virtually. So Jim, do you want to introduce yourself and kind of tell us where you have taken students to virtually? Yeah.
Okay, my name's Jim Trepka. I teach electronics in the Industrial Technologies Department in Jones Hall on the main campus. I've had my students participate in the IREX Global Solutions once with a group of students from Iraq. And I've had my students participate twice in the IREX Global Conversations, which is a shorter program with one time it was a group of students from Iraq, another time it was a group of students from Jordan. And then I've done two virtual exchanges with French institutions. One was in just outside of Paris, and the other was outside of Bordeaux.
Okay, that's so cool. So you had the students in your class, like normal class, but the students could connect with students in Jordan, Iraq, and France?
Yes.
That's so awesome. All right, so I kind of want to know more about how you started leading these virtual programs.
Okay. So I'd encouraged my students to do a study abroad over a number of years, and in that time frame I had 2 students apply and only 1 student who actually went to Guatemala.
Okay.
And I mean, I encouraged them to do any of the programs. And so when I learned that I could do a virtual, then I was much more interested, because then all the students in the class would get the experience.
Awesome, yeah.
Yes.
Do you know like why you wanted students to have more like international or this kind of experiences?
Oh, okay. Yes. So for one thing, in the electronics program, our advisory committee, those are the employers that hire our students, they stress our students having more soft skills. And these virtual exchange opportunities really encourage more of those soft skills, because it requires the students to really work on their communications and work on their teamwork skills. Yes.
Right. So like sounds like those skills are really important for students in addition to some knowledge and technique that they can learn in the class.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much. Is there anything you want to add for this question? It's good?
It's
All
good.
right. Okay, so then I kind of want to know then how you actually create this program and how you run it. I know you use IREX, it's an organization, but can you tell us how you create these virtual programs?
So the 2 programs with IREX are cookie cutter type programs where they have everything developed for you. You just follow what the curriculum they've developed. And the global conversation only requires you to meet 6 times, I believe it's 6 times, with your counterparts.
Okay.
And there's some training you do virtually for a few hours, usually before the semester starts. And then before you actually start the virtual exchange, you normally set up a meeting with your counterpart and discuss how you plan on facilitating the arrangement.
Okay. And this one, I imagine it's a global conversation, so there's going to be topic that you're going to talk each time students meet.
Yes.
Okay, awesome.
And the 2 projects I had with the French institutions, those were a little different in that was just between myself and the professor or professors over there.
Okay.
The one with the institute that was just outside of Paris, there was an English instructor and then there was a French electronics instructor.
Okay.
So my students and the French students did an electronic project together. Their focus for the French students was more on improving their English skills, And the focus for my students was more on doing the actual project with these students.
Wow.
And then the other French institution, in that case, the focus was just on doing the project for both groups of students. And that one lasted for half a semester, and they had a fairly in-depth project.
Wow. How is it like for students? I'm kind of trying to imagine, because students, they have to suddenly meet people or students from other country, and they have to do things they do in their own language. What are the students' reactions?
Okay. Well, so with the IREX program, they have some nice icebreaker activities, and even before each session, there's usually something the students do that's more just to get to know one another.
Yeah.
With the French institutions, we had to create that more of ourselves, and especially with that institute that was outside of Paris, the English instructor there was very good at getting that portion of the project going. And the other one, which was the more in-depth project with the school in Bordeaux, that the students did that more on their own.
Wow.
But that went quite well. So,
Okay.
yes.
How? Sorry, I have so many questions, but I'm very curious. Like, how did you create that connection with the professors in France so you could start this program?
Well, so Don Wood helped with that because the French embassy was trying to promote more virtual exchanges. And someone from the French embassy came to Kirkwood perhaps 5 years ago, and I went to hear her talk, and then Don helped me get set up with one of those schools initially, and then that school had a change in how they were doing things, so then they helped me get it set up with a second school. Yes.
So sounds like global learning kind of helped you get started. Oh,
Okay.
nice. Okay, let me see. How are the outcomes of leading these programs?
Okay.
Anything from students, or it can be your personal experience of leading.
So I already mentioned that the projects themselves really help the students with their communication and teamwork type soft skills. But besides that, it really helped some of my students to get a better kind of cultural awareness of other places. For instance, when my students were working with a group of students from France, that was the same year that the cathedral caught on fire in Paris, and then I noticed some of my students suddenly took interest in that. Normally they wouldn't have, and then they actually discussed that a little bit with some of their the students they were working on, since they were so close to that. And then when one of the projects with the Iraqi students, a couple of the students were really surprised that all the women were not wearing burqas, and because they had these preconceived notions of what it would be like over there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. How did you feel like to see these students kind of growth?
That was really rewarding. I really enjoyed that aspect of it. Yes.
Nice. Were you always interested in leading this kind of programs, or have you done study abroad like this before?
So I've never done the actual study abroad, and this works really well for my cohort of students because most of them have so many other commitments that it's difficult for them to do a study abroad. In addition, we have classes that go throughout the summer, which makes it very challenging too, because that's when most of the options are offered at Kirkwood, besides the ones at winter break or spring break.
Awesome.
Yes.
Okay. So at Kirkwood, I hope to see many more professors, including virtual exchange programs like you're doing. So I wonder if there's any message or comments you can share to professors who want to start it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would say it takes some effort to get it started, but once you've done it, it's rewarding, and it serves your students well, and so it's definitely worth the effort.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, global learning is here to help too. So I really hope more professors can start.
Okay.
Yeah, so thank you so much. Is there anything you would like to add? You good?
I think I'm good.
Yeah? Okay.
Okay.
Thank you so much for being here today. Thank you, everyone.